All praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. All praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. So, as you can see right here, today Trump got sworn into office officially. Right? We know that he was the president-elect for a little bit, and people were wondering if he was going to make it to office, or people were thinking, was Kamala going to take office at last minute? Was there going to be another assassination attempt at last minute? Well, now we have made it to a time where I believe 8,000 troops was deployed to protect Trump during his election, and Trump is officially sworn into office. Now, I'm going to play a little clip. It says that Trump did not place his hand on a Bible when swearing in. Now, if you don't know, a president placing his hand on a Bible is usually a tradition that presidents do before they are sworn into office. Now, I believe Trump did put his hand on the Bible before he was sworn in for his first term, but apparently he didn't do it for a second term. So, let's play a little bit of this clip.
Have noticed Donald Trump did not put his hand on the Bible when he did his swearing in during the inauguration ceremony on Monday.
Right. So, some comments are saying the reason he didn't swear on the Bible was because his whole family didn't get to the podium yet. Which, or whatever, honestly. That could be. But I will say this. We're going to read a quote from Albert Pike. And if you don't know, Albert Pike was the one who has predicted the 3 world wars. And the first 2 world wars he has predicted with very, very close accuracy. So it says, whenever the people need a hero, we shall supply him. Right. And it says right here, in Psalm chapter 55, verse 21, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Right. So, as we know, Trump is that hero that has been supplied. And I'm not going to lie. Even I was a little excited that Trump got into office for the second term. Now, the reason I'm excited is because this is now a term that doesn't really need campaigning for him to get reelected, right? In your first term, you may do everything right. You may not do everything you want to do in your first term because you want to make sure you get reelected for your second term. So sometimes you do less on your first term, and then you do everything you really were meant to do in your second term. A good reason is Obama. Obama, I believe, was known as the guy who helped people get out the economic crash when it happened during his first term. Right? I could be wrong. But during Obama's second term, what happened? Obama legalized gay marriage. Now, I'm not going to say Trump's going to do the legalization of gay marriage or anything like that during the second term, but I will say this, that during Trump's second term, we may get draconian laws being put into place, or so we may start getting digital ID laws being set up for the future, right? We may be having some anti-Semitism laws, right? As a matter of fact, let's get out this right here. Trump says people deserve death. Semitism. Alright. For PBS, it says Trump calls for a death penalty for hate crimes. No, this isn't the one. Wow, for some odd reason, I can't really find it. It might be here. Let's see. It is weird because I actually have seen a video of Trump saying things about anti Semitism. So, we're gonna do this. Trump anti Semitism. It may not show up on Google because Google is quite censored. But here we go. This is close enough. Trump vows to be best friend to Jewish Americans amid allegations of allies' anti Semitism. Alright, cool. Now, it says from right here, we're going to read here. Trump did not comment on the allegations during his Thursday address to the group of Jewish donors and to the Israeli American Council in Washington. Right. So, we're not going to read this whole thing. I believe this is good enough. But, as we know, it says Trump vows to be best friend to Jewish Americans. Now, when this says Jewish Americans, this doesn't just mean Jewish Americans, this also means the Israelis in the Middle East. So, what's something that might be a big thing? Yeah, it's still going to be the funding of Israel, right? Because we have Biden funding Israel and funding Ukraine. And guess what? That ain't going to stop with Trump. Ukraine war, I don't know how that's going to go under Trump. But Trump is still going to be in the pockets of Israel by funding them. So, because, as you can know, I believe it was said that Trump wants there to be laws against anti-Semitism. Now it says in says in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with a child, and they shall not escape. Right. So I believe right now we're in a time where people are happy Trump's winning. People are getting a beer. You know, people are just really happy he won. Right. For me, I am happy he won, but the reason I'm happy he won is because I want to see how this real term, how this true legacy term turns out. Right? So, if this lesson is very edifying, we're going to see what Trump does during this term, but we just know that prophecy does not slow down. Alright? And all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, and Shalom.